Hello friends, I am your maths faculty from QLS Academy. In this session, we are starting with a new chapter, triangles. This is the first session of this topic. So let's get started with this topic. Happy studying. So friends, we know very well what is a triangle. A triangle is a polygon with 3 edges, that is line segments, and 3 vertices, that is corner points. And it is one of the basic shapes in geometry. A triangle with vertices A, B and C is denoted by triangle ABC. That is, we put a triangle symbol before ABC. Now, in Euclidean geometry, any 3 points when non-collinear determine a unique triangle. इसका मतलब कोई भी 3 non-collinear points एक triangle बनाएंगे, which automatically implies that अगर points collinear नहीं हुए तो triangle नहीं बनेगा. And simultaneously, 3 non-collinear points also determine a unique plane, that is, a 2-dimensional Euclidean space. In other words, there is only one plane that contains that triangle, and every triangle is contained in some plane. That is, a triangle is a planar figure, not a 3-dimensional figure. Now comes another term which I am sure you must have heard earlier, that is congruency. Now what is congruency? So the definition of congruency is quite simple. It means equal in size and shape, which means 2 objects are congruent if and only if they have the same dimensions and shape. Loosely you can think of it as meaning equal, but it has a very precise meaning that you should understand completely, especially for complex shapes such as polygons. Now what are congruent line segments? 2 line segments are congruent if they have the same length, but they need not lie at the same angle or position on the plane. What are congruent angles? So friends, 2 angles are said to be congruent if they have the same measure. Congruent angles may lie in different orientations or positions. Coming to congruent circles, 2 circles are congruent if they have the same size. The size can be measured as the radius, the diameter or circumference of the circle. The last one is congruent polygons. Congruent polygons have an equal number of sides and all the corresponding sides and angles are congruent, that is equal. However, they can be in different location, rotated or flipped over. So for example, 2 triangles are congruent even if one is a mirror image of the other. The symbol for congruency is an equal to sign with a tilde on top of it. If there is a diagonal line through the symbol, this means not. It is read as A is not congruent to B. Now what is congruency of 2 triangles, or what are congruent triangles? So let's get to their meanings. Congruency of triangles or congruent triangles is nothing but the presence of same angles or same sides in 2 triangles. That is, 2 triangles are congruent if they have exactly the same 3 sides and exactly the same 3 angles. Now there are 5 ways to determine the congruency of 2 triangles, or the 2 are congruent or not. These 5 ways are SSS, SAS, ASA, AAS and HL. Now here A stands for angle, S stands for side, H for hypotenuse and L for leg. So let's understand the meaning of these 5 terms. We start with SSS. So SSS stands for side, side, side and means that we have 2 triangles with all 3 sides equal. So we saw that the side, side, side rule states that if 3 sides of one triangle are equal to 3 sides of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. Next, coming to second method called SAS. SAS stands for side, angle, side and means that we have 2 triangles where we know that 2 sides and the included angle are equal. The side, angle, side rule states that if 2 sides and the included angle of one triangle are equal to 2 sides and included angle of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. Third method is ASA. So ASA stands for angle, side, angle and means that we have 2 triangles where we know 2 angles and the included side are equal. The angle, side, angle rule states that if 2 angles and the included side of one triangle are equal to 2 angles and included side of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. The fourth method is AAS. AAS stands for angle, angle, side and means that we have 2 triangles where we know that 2 angles and the non-included side are equal. That is, the angle, angle, side rule states that if 2 angles and a non-included side of one triangle are equal to 2 angles and a non-included side of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. This rule may sometimes also be referred to as SAA. Now HL stands for hypotenuse and leg. The longest side of a right angle triangle is called the hypotenuse and the other two sides are called legs. This rule is also called the RHS rule. It means that we have two right angle triangles with the same length of hypotenuse and the same length for one of the other two legs. It doesn't matter which leg since the triangles could be rotated. Now a question arises, why SSA and AAA don't work as congruent shortcuts? इसका मतलब we have ASA, SAS, SSS, AAS rules. Then why not AAA and SSA? So friends, AAA does not work as triangles with all the three corresponding angles equal may not be congruent. These triangles will have the same shape but not necessarily the same size. They are called similar triangles. Also, SSA does not work because triangles with two corresponding sides and one non-included angle equal may not be congruent. एक रियल लाइफ एग्जाम्पल से रिलेट करें तो सपोज एक टॉय कार है जो सेम कार के एक्चुअल मॉडल जैसी दिखती है. अब ये दोनों के साइज़ में कितना ज़्यादा डिफरेंस है तो ये कॉन्ग्रुएंट नहीं है, दे आर सिमिलर. लेकिन कार का एक्चुअल मॉडल कार के सेम वैसे ही दूसरे मॉडल के कॉन्ग्रुएंट होगा. इसलिए हम सिर्फ AAA रूल के बेसिस पे डिटरमाइन नहीं कर सकते दो ट्रायंगल्स की कॉन्ग्रुएंसी. बिफोर स्टार्टिंग देयर इज वन रूल यू नीड टू नो दैट अगर टू साइड्स इक्वल हैं तो उनके ऑपोजिट एंगल्स भी इक्वल होंगे. दैट इज सपोज एक ट्रायंगल है ABC इन विच AB इज इक्वल टू AC, तो इसमें B एंड C पर बनने वाले एंगल्स भी इक्वल होंगे. नाउ वी शैल ट्राई टू सॉल्व सम प्रॉब्लम्स टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस कंसेप्ट बेटर. सो स्टार्टिंग विद द फर्स्ट प्रॉब्लम, in triangle ABC, AB is equal to AC is equal to 8 centimeter and angle BAC is equal to 110 degrees. So find angle B and angle C. Now the solution goes as, in triangle ABC, since AB is equal to BC, therefore angle B is equal to angle C. That is because of angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Now angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree because the sum of three angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. Therefore 110 degree plus angle B plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. अब हमने angle C की जगह angle B इसलिए लिखा because angle C and angle B equal है. So now 2 into angle B is equal to 180 minus 110 which gives us 70 degree. Therefore angle B is equal to 35 degree. And since angle B and angle C equal है, therefore angle C is also equal to 35 degrees. Prove that triangle ABC is isosceles if, first, altitude AD bisects BC, 2, median AD is perpendicular to BC. So the solution goes as, for the first part of the problem, since AD is perpendicular to BC, so angle ADB equal to angle ADC is equal to 90 degree. Now in triangle ABD and triangle ACD we have angle ADB equal to angle ADC, both equal to 90 degree, and AD equal to AD is the common side and BD equal to DC is given. Therefore triangle ADB is congruent to triangle ADC. Now AB is equal to AC, therefore triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. Now the second part of the problem is to be solved same as the first part. And as angle ADB is equal to angle ADC is equal to 180 degree by 2 equal to 90 degree. So this was all for this session. So I hope you had fun learning. For any information or queries, kindly visit the link following the video. Thank you.